So Shabbat Shalom to everybody. This is the congregation Beth Am in Longwood, Florida. My name is Osvaldo Gonzalez, and tonight I'm going to lead the service, Kabbalah Shabbat, and our Siddur, Sim Shalom. We're going to start with the Shabbat prayer in the page 14 in the bottom. I hope that everybody can hear me. More close?
Up and closer.
Okay, let me put this close.
There you go.
I apologize. So, dear God, help us now to make this a new Shabbat. After noise, we seek quiet. After crown of indifferent strength, we seek to touch those who love. After concentration of work and responsibility, we seek freedom to meditate, to listen to our self. We open our eyes to the hidden beauties and the infinite possibility in the world you are creating. We break open the gates of the goodness of kind in ourselves and in others, which reach towards an only perfect moment of Shabbat. We go a little bit back on page 13 for Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Chasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem Leshalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni leshalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Teitechem leshalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malchei amlachim hakadosh baruch hu. We move to page 15, Lechu neranena. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena el Adonai. Naria, naria, lesur yisheinu, nekad mafana betoda. Naria, naria, lesur yisheinu, Bismirot naria lo. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena Adonai. We continue on page 16. Shir Adonai, Shir Chadash, Shir Adonai, Kol Haaretz. On page 16 in English, please sing a new song to Adonai, acclaim Adonai, all people all on earth. Sing to Adonai, proclaim each day God, arms of might, announce the word, God, glory and wonders. For Adonai is great, deserving of praise. Adonai alone is to be revered as God.
All the gods of the nations are nothingness, but Adonai created the heavens.
Majesty and might accompany God. Splendor and strength adorn God's sanctuary.
Acknowledge Adonai, all families of nations. Proclaim God's majestic
Power. Acknowledge God's glory and bring him free. Worship Adonai in resplendent reverence. Let the earth tremble at God's presence.
Declare to the world, Adonai is sovereign. God has set a throne which stands firm and judges all nations with fairness.
Let the heaven rejoice, let the earth be glad, let the sea and all it contains exult. Let field and forest sing for joy. Adonai come to rule the earth, to rule war justly the nation with faithfulness. Lifnei Adonai kiba lifko haaretz, yishpo tebel betzedek ve'amin be'emunato. We continue our service on page 18, Shir Adonai Shir Chadash. Sing to Adonai a new song, for God has worked wonders. God might has been triumphant, revealing supreme power to all. God has
Steadfast love and faithfulness to the house of Israel.
The whole world has seen the triumph of our God. Let all on earth shout for joy and break into jubilant song.
Sing praise to Adonai with the harp,
With the trumpet and the horn, make joyfully noise. Let the sea roll, and all its creature, the world and its many inhabitants.
Let the rivers applaud in exultation. Let the mountains all echo earth's joyous song.
Adonai is coming to rule the earth, to sustain the world with kindness, to judge its people with fairness. Lifnei Adonai kiba lishpot haaretz, yishpot tebel betzedek ve'amin be'mei sharim. We continue our service on page 19 with Romemu in the bottom of the page 19. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'yishtachavu lecha kosho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'yishtachavu lecha kosho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. One more time. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'yishtachavu lechar kosho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'yishtachavu lechar kosho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. We continue our service on page 21 with Lecha Dodi. We're gonna sing the first two stanzas on page 21 and the last one in the bottom, and the one in the end on page 22. Now I have different tunes for Lecha Dodi. I practiced one and I totally forgot. It's happened when you have different tunes, so I don't know which one I'm gonna pick.
Do whatever
Yeah.
you want.
Lecha Dodi likras kala yara la penei Shabbat nekabela rai Lecha Dodi likras kala yara la penei Shabbat nekabela shamor vesachor vediburecha ishmianu el ameyucha Adonai echad ushmo echad leshem uletiferet veletila lecha dodi likrat kala yara b'nei Shabbat nekabela rai lecha dodi likrat kala yara b'nei Shabbat nekabelai likra Shabbat lechu v'nelecha ki mekor haveracha merosh mikedem nesucha sov maaseh b'machshavat teila lecha dodi likras kala yara b'nei Shabbat nekabelai rai lecha dodi likras kala yara b'nei Shabbat nekabelai. In the bottom, hitoreri ki ba'oere kumi ori שיר דברי כבוד אדוני עלי נגילה לך דודי לקרא סקאלה ירלה 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 פני שבת נקבלה היי די די לך דודי לקרא סקאלה ירלה 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 פני שבת נקבלה. The bottom of page 22. בואי בשלום עטרב עלה גם בשמחה ובצהלה טוב אמונה עם סגולה בואי חלה לך דודי לקרא סקאלה ירלה 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 פני שבת נקבלה די 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 לך דודי לקרא סקאלה ירלה 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 פני שבת נקבלה. You may be seated. I love that tune. Likra skala. A little bit Yiddish. Yeah. We continue our service on page 23. מזמור שיר ליום השבת עולה הודו לאדוני ולזמר שמחה עליון. Four lines on top. Sadiqa Tamar. Sadiqa Tamar Yifra Ke'erez Balbanom Yizgeh Shetulim Bevet Adonai Bechasrot Eloheinu yafriu Oyenu veseiva Deshenin verananim Yehu Agid Ki yashar Adonai Suri velo avlatabon. We continue on page 24 in English. Adonai Malav, Gaud Lavesh. Adonai is sovereign, crowned with splendor. Adonai reigns, robed in strength. You set the earth on foundation. You created the world, then stand firm. Your kingdom stands from earliest time. You are eternal. The rivers may rise.
The waters may pound and pulsate. The floods may swirl and storm.
Yet above the crash of the sea and his mighty breakers is Adonai, our God supreme. You decree, Adonai, never fail. Holiness befits your house for eternity. For those who are mourners and observant yard side, we're going to recite the Kaddish Yatom on page 24. Please write those are observant yard side. Yigadal v'yikadash shemei rabah v'yalma dibrach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol bet Yisrael b'agala v'zman kariv v'imrum amen. Yehei shemei rabah mevarach le'alam le'almei almaya יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומן ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקדושה לעילא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירם בעלמא ואמרום אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרום אמן. עושה שלום אמרומה ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל Veimrum. Amen. We continue our service for Marty's service. And page 28 for Baruchu, please stand up. Yai da 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 Ya da 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 da. Da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Baruch et Adonai Chamevora. Baruch Adonai Hamevorach Hamevorach Leolam Vaed Hamevorach Hamevorach Leolam Vaed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech haolam asher bidbaro ma'ariv arabim. Uma'avil yom bin laila uma'abdil v'yom yom uben laila Adonai Seba'o shemo El Chai v'kayan ta'amid imlo aleinu leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Amariv Aravim. Ahavat Olam Beit Israel Amcha Ahava. With constancy you have loved your people Israel, teaching us Torah and mitzvot, statutes and law. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down to sleep and when we rise, we shall think of your law and speak of them. Rejoice always in your Torah and mitzvot, for they are our life and the length of the days. We will meditate on them day and night. Never let your favor from us. Praise are you, Adonai, who love to the people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, haohev amo Israel. On page 30, Shema. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, ושבתך בביתך ופלפתך בדרך, ושוכבך וקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, וחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. On page 32, אמת ואמונתו כל סוד וקיים עלינו. Moses and the people of Israel joyfully sung this song to you. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora techilot osef ele. Malchutecha ra'eincha, bokev yam lifnei Moshe, ze'eli anu ve'amru. Adonai imloch leolam va'eh, v'nemar ki fada Adonai et Yaakov, u'gaulo miyad hazak memenu, Baruch ata Adonai, Gal Israel. On page 33, Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom, ve'amidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom, ve'amidenu malkeinu lechaim. Ufroz aleinu Sukkot shomlecha, ufroz aleinu Sukkot shlomecha, Baruch ata Adonai, apores Sukkot shalom, aleinu ve'al kol amo Israel, ve'al Yerushalayim, ve'al Yerushalayim, ve'al Yerushalayim. Amen. On page 34, Veshamru, we're going to sing together. Veshamru bnei Israel et hashabat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. We continue our service with Hatzi Kaddish. יגדל ויקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דיברה חילותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך, Ya'lam hulal me'al maya. Yitbara ve'ishtabach ve'itpa'ar ve'itroman ve'itnase ve'ithadar ve'italel ve'italal shemei dekedusha berichu le'elam min kol birchata ve'shirata tu shebchata ve'nechemata damiram me'alma ve'meru amen. The Tefillah di Amidah for Ma'arif, Shabbat Ma'arif, is on page 35b. Still doing the Amidah, so not rush. So we continue our service with Oseh Shalom. There's a beautiful melody that I heard from the community from Rabbi Jonathan Sachs. I don't know if you heard before. Let's see if I can try tonight. Oseh Shalom v'imruma Uyaseh Shalom Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Israel ve'al kol Israel ve'imru amen. Oseh Shalom Shalom imruma uyaseh shalom shalom aleinu ve'al kol Israel ve'al kol Israel ve'imru amen. Very beautiful, that song. We continue. Yeah. We continue our service on page 48. I know what we have to recite some on page 47, but I'm gonna forward to page 48 before Kaddish Shalem. And page in English, Say, our God and God of our ancestors, find favor in our Shabbat rest. Instill us in the holies with your mitzvot, and let your Torah be in our portion. Fill our life with your goodness and the gladness with your triumph. Cleanse our heart so that we might serve you faithfully. Lovingly and willingly, Adonai, our God, grant that we inherit your holy Shabbat, so that the people of Israel who follow your name, we always find rest on this day. Praise are you, Adonai, who hallows Shabbat. Ikadal ve'ikadash shemei Rabbah, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, וחייכונו ויומכונו וחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ויגמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, יעלם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומן ויתנשא ויתהדל ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי דקדושה. לעילם מכל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירם בעלמא ואמרו, אמן. תתקבע צלחון ובאותכם דכל ישראל, קודמה ובאוכם די בשמיה ואמרו, יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, והאם עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו, עושה שלום במרומה, ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו, אמן. Now we have my daughter Carla. She's gonna read the var for tonight or the more sermon.
Shabbat Shalom. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you guys hear me okay?
Doesn't want to give.
Yeah? Oh my God. Moshe faces the end of his days. We're close to the end of this long story full of iconic and unforgettable moments that are part of the essence of our people. This young generation will have to continue on their way to the land of Israel without their favorite leader, and they know it. But before saying goodbye in this last book, Moses gave us a great message like this. Only keep yourself and take care great of your soul, in case you forget the things that your eyes saw, and in case they are removed from your heart. For all the days of your life, and you shall make them known to your children and to your children's children. For Moshe, memory is the essence of the Jewish faith, and it is the source of the emunah. To have faith is to remember. In the words of the great Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel, the Jewish faith is reminiscent of what happens to Israel in the past. The events in which the Spirit of God changed in reality are before our eyes, painted with colors that never fade. Much of what the Torah asks us can be summed up in one word: remember. The Jews did not preserve the ancient monuments, they retained the old moments. They preserved the... Oh, I got lost. They preserved... I'm so sorry. The ancient monuments, they retained the old moments. The light-lit history never extinguished, with sustained vitality. The past survivors in their thoughts, in their hearts, in their rituals. Remembrance is a sacred act. We sanctify the present by remembering the past. Our history has taught to our children and our children's children. The one who teaches his child Torah not only teaches him, but also taught his children's children and his grandchildren's children. And so, until the end of days, the grandchild who receives the teachings of his grandfather's mouth is as if he themselves had received the Torah on Mount Sinai. In this parasha, we're going to listen to the reception of 10 commandments, the Shema verses that declare the fundamentals of the Jewish faith, the oneness of God, the importance of study, the tefillin, and the mezuzot. Today, we are the guardians of this great message of these stories of our tradition and customs, such as the mezuzah or the recitation of the Shema. We're the only ones who will be able to transmit to the future generation the importance of these universal commandments, as well as those that are part of our own Jewish way of life. We can feel like teachers such as Moshe Rabbeinu, and with every step we take, try to bring great messages to those around us that leave a mark to strengthen our Judaism. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you.
This is a pretty circle.
Thank you, Carla, for beautiful words. So we're gonna do the prayer for healing for those who are healed. So we're gonna sing the David Friedman tune on the back of our Siddur, Mishaberach. Mishaberach Avoteinu Mekor Abraha Limoteinu. Make the source of strength who blessed us once before us. Help us find the courage to make our life of blessing, and let us say, Amen. This week, Mishaberach for Barbara Ullman, Steve Akshay, Mona Bekovic, Sawyer Beltrell, Teresa Cala, Crucio Camino, Emilia Cooley, Andrew Dash, Gordon Feinberg, Perot Friedman, Renee Jean, Carla Gonzalez, Jeffrey Gridwell, Eve Hamburger, Rita Kindle, Barbara Klein, Colt Langston, Steve Lifshin, Robert Mia, Sandy Minkin, Maurice Rashi, Ron Rosenberg, Dom Salfi, Rob Seltzer, Harleen Schreck, Leslie Schulsinger, Daniel Siegel, Amanda Silverstein, Saul Stein, Andrea, Diane Silverstein, Bill Thompson, Peter Tintelbaum, correct? Nancy Towney, Stephen Walter, Albert Warman, Herb Weisman, Susie Weisman, Katerina William, Label Ben Margolit, Leba Shlomit Rachel Bat Margolit, Favo Shlomo Ben Deborah, Israel Ben Ethel, Abraham Ben Yamin. Here, somebody want to add some names?
Eshel Bat Bela.
No? Wilfredo Gonzalez, Nisa Batsara, Cristina Diaz, Julio Mercado. Mishebera imotenu mekor abraha lavoetenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. So before to do I don't know if you got a cup of wine to do the kiddush. Yeah, I want to do the kiddush now, but when dance come, somebody has something new, good to say for something happened this week. It's Shabbat. Sometimes we are too busy in the week, and we always thinking about bad news and see bad news, but we always, something happened, something good happened maybe in the week. I don't know if somebody want to share something good in this week.
Well, we're looking forward to our niece coming back to Orlando. She's been away for
All summer?
for 2 months at her parents up in Cape Cod. So she's coming back home this weekend. We'll
Okay.
see her come back.
Okay. Somebody else want to share?
Sure, I'll go. I just got back from North Carolina, and I spent 5 days up there hiking and swimming a little bit, which was very nice. And my niece came with me. It's our first long trip together. She's almost 12, and she's
Okay.
getting ready to start middle school on Monday. She's very excited.
Oh,
And
start.
I found that I'm very excited about this as well. So she got
Yeah.
her schedule, and
Yeah.
she got the journalism class she wanted, and we're all very excited. So
That's,
we will have a new middle school student on Monday.
yeah. For me, that's a good news. My daughter will go back to school. I don't know if for her it's a good news or bad news. So,
Very excited.
So-
Elementary.
yeah, so think the students go back again in Seminole County. I think another county, I don't know, is back, Orange County or Volusia County.
They started on Wednesday.
They started, that's Wednesday? I heard that Volusia, I think, is on Monday. Yeah. So we're going to do the Kiddush for Shabbat on page 49. Please rise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kedishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratza banu v'shavat kosho v'ahava u'bratzon hilanu zigaron lema'aset v'reshit כי הוא יום תחילה למקרא קודש, זכר לצייה מצרים. כי בנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת, מכל חמין, ושבת קודשך, ואהבה וברצון, הנהלתנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת. אמן. לחיים. We continue our service. For conclude service on page 51 for Aleinu. Please rise. Aleinu leshabeach l'Adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוסף בראשית, שלא עשנו כגורי הרצון, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה. שלא שם חלקנו ככם, וגורלנו ככל המונה. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסף הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל. ושכינתו סו, וגובי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו. ידעת היום וישלבות אל לבבך. כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. אינו על כן. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. ושמו אחד. And this week we remember Berta Brensnick, grandmother of Dara Minyard, Berta Brensnick, mother of Sammy Gollum, and Herman Rubinger, father of Harriet Gear. Okay. If somebody else has a name or yard sign, On page 52, please rise those who are mourning or one who are observing yard site. יתגדל ויקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, וחייכון וביומכון וחיי דכל בית ישראל, ועגלה ובזמן קריב אמרום, אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך יעלם לעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי קדושה בריחו. לעילם כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירם בעלמא ואמרום, אמן. יהי שלמה רב עמי שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרום, אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו, amen. Now we have Dan Williams with the announcement for the congregation Beth Am. Thank you.
Osvaldo, thank you. Shabbat shalom. First, Osvaldo, thank you for leading us in services tonight. We have very enjoyable service. Carla, very nice Devar Torah. In fact, whenever I hear a Devar Torah, I always want to find some little nugget of wisdom. And tonight I found one. Since I was very young, I was very interested in history. In fact, I majored it in college. Tonight you said, you sanctify the present by remembering the past. I've never heard anything quite that succinct.
I'm just a reader, he's the writer.
Okay, well, but you spoke the word. You can take credit. You spoke the words, okay? That's all that matters. You know, presidents have speech writers, you know, but everyone gives them the credit. Okay, but very nice to Devar Torah. Our work day that was scheduled for Sunday is postponed for a week. It'll be a week from this Sunday on the 21st. The Book of Remembrance, you can still participate in the Book of Remembrance through the end of the month, so send your forms in, send your money in, and we'll make sure you're in the Book of Remembrance. And then there is a congregational meeting, a very important congregational meeting on Monday, August 22nd at 7:30 by Zoom. We've already sent out the announcement, and we'll be sending out the Zoom codes as well.
What's by Zoom?
What? The congregational meeting. Okay. Which is a week from Monday. All right? Monday a week. Okay. Shabbat shalom.
So we're going to end our service with Adon Olam. So, Adon Olam Asher Malach v'teren kol yetzir nivra le'et nasa v'chetzro kol azai melech shemo nikra azai melech shemo nikra ve'acharei yiklot hakol Ador yimloch nora, ve'hu haya, ve'hu ove, ve'hu yeh betifara, ve'hu yeh betifara, ve'hu echad ve'en sheni, le'am shilo lechavira, ve'li reshi, ve'li tachli, ve'lo ha'oz, ve'am Yisra, ולא העוז בעם ישראל, והוא אלי והגואלי, בסור הבלי בן צרה, והוא ניסי ומנוס לי, מנקוסי ביום אקרא, מנקוסי ביום אקרא, וידו אפקי רוחי, ועת ישן והעירה, ואירוחי גבייתי, אדוני לי ולא אירא, אדוני לי ולא אירא. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Those who are observing, streaming live. Shabbat shalom.
We have a note as well. You didn't guess.
Nicely done. just use here. And then, yeah.
That's the COVID one. Even though we found out it probably hasn't gotten from services.
Or
After a
food.
year of.
Or food, right, yeah.
Wiping my bananas, you
If
know.
I knew there was COVID on a
If you remember
surface,
like
I
the
wouldn't want
sanitizer
to put it
banana,
in
it's
my
very different.
Last
You don't
week,
want to break it
you were
off.
just grabbing, you know?
Well, you're peeling the banana
I know,
anyway,
but
right?
still, you didn't think about it. In the beginning, everybody did everything. The boxes that came in, even the bags were done. Now we've gotten very, very timid or careless or whatever.
I don't
No,
know.
I
I'm
don't
still
think-
washing my
Smart.
groceries.
No, I don't wash mine yet. Just my fruit. Or I eat it.
What
Yeah.
groceries do you wash?
Cans, like canned food, I don't like, because I know lots of people have touched the surfaces before I bring them in the house, so I try to wash those. If something is in a box, like I take the thing out of the box and I throw the box away, or.
No, we're good.
maybe-
Yeah, we're good.
Thank you.
Or wash the outside of like a
Yes,
plastic.
we got lemonade, we got water, we got brownies, we got little penny fours. Gonna make her a lemonade.
I don't
Wanna just
know.
pour it? Yeah. Darling lemonade, your favorite. Lemon. You want it? I'll order it. Huh? Give us slice and make it very good. See, you lay it on the bucket. Right, that this morning, first thing I picked up, I dropped. There you go. Oh, well. Who shares it? Who shares it?
Yes, she was good. Yeah. Well, you know, now she's asking, where's the check? She wants
In the mail,
check.
in the mail.
Do you have
She has
anywhere,
plans for it, she has
We went
plans.
shopping with it.
Yeah.
do you have anywhere up, this end of town that, you can get kosher meat?
Yeah, on,
No, that's not a that's kosher, that's kosher groceries. We have a Winn-Dixie that has a kosher area.
What's your area?
Do they
I
stock?
don't think that meets.
Not even like a flyer or anything?
I don't think so. I didn't look for meat the last time we went in. I went to get
Oh, okay.
lost and I can't get
So
it.
you
when
went- when
we
you
used to
went
get it.
I don't know, I'm gonna put there
So,
there used to be, I'm not sure if it's still
Okay.
there.
Okay.
No, the place in,
All right, underneath, okay, so I know where it is. Okay, very good, okay.
was it a mirror?
huh?
Still in a mirror?
No.
You know, I ran this, about 7 years ago. I ran 3 times for $1,000. And when the kids in the school backed up to all the stuff on the table, the rabbi supervisor, sure, you pick it. The second time they picked mine, I put it back. Because I figured they'd never forgive me for running and getting
Nice
money
service,
and
Oswaldo.
getting $1,000 myself.
How you doing?
Don't worry, when I walked
Nice
past
service.
Toby, he said fix.
I didn't bring that guitar, I have to change the strings.
Fix, it was a fix who's in.
Oh,
Yeah. No, it's fine.
did you bring it up?
Remember when we did
I
the
almost
Super
didn't make it, I
Bowl?
was gonna come
board.
tonight and then, I
And
don't
pick
know,
randomly,
several
and I went
things
over to
threw
see
me
Julie
off
that afternoon when they
time, and
picked.
I was like, oh, now I'm just late, I'm
And I
like,
walked in,
coming
and they were
anyway.
so
Cause
apologetic.
I actually talked to
Dan,
Deborah, I
we
said,
got you zero
we
and
talked the
zero.
other day, and I said,
Couldn't
yeah,
have been
yeah, I'm
happier.
gonna come, and she
That's
said,
great.
she'd probably come,
Perfect.
so
They
I was
had no
surprised
idea.
not
I
to
said,
see
and I
her,
went-
something
I
must
went
have
to-
sidetracked her.
It was two quarters.
You know,
Yeah, you went first quarter, second, quarter.
I run, used to run a $10 and 25 vote. So I've run probably 8 of them, and I never won anything. I always put $100 on. Yeah, the game was $100. We never won anything either. It's exciting though, when the game's going, when you have your numbers.
Oh, yeah, no, people sit there. Well, years ago,
I forgot your name,
Bank
tell
on
me again.
44, a lot of people, including the president.
So, you're starting college this year?
Yeah, the 22nd.
Awesome, well, congratulations. Where are you going?
I'm going to San
He said, the next morning,
Says it's
because
closer
I
to
left him a
my
message,
house.
the next morning he said,
Better.
I heard you, Dan, like, you sounded very
Not
depressed.
yet,
Sorry,
because I had a problem with the
All those
residency
differences when I
papers
ran,
and the
I didn't
transcript.
know what the
start like a month later.
Yeah, they have A-turn and B-turn classes, but
Yeah, and like we have something we call the TWK term, so it's not quite half and half, it's like a 12-week term instead of 16. And so ours will start, some of ours will start in like October or something and run through the end of the semester. So it is a little bit more compressed, but not bad. You just make sure you don't take anything too heavy, but it's compressed.
I'm going on Monday just because it's so hard for me to understand through the phone. Just like it's a little bit more harder for me to get all the information. So I'm gonna try to pop in on Monday to see if somebody can help
The
me.
office is gonna be open Monday?
Yeah, they're open Monday through Thursday.
Because I know at Valencia, like the faculty isn't due back until Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm actually on sabbatical this term, so I'm not due back until January, but, well, I'm going in Monday because of my need, but most people are going back like Tuesday or Wednesday time.
I'm gonna try to pop in just in case, just to see if I can get something done. But if not, then we'll figure it out.
But hopefully you can get registered so you get started, but yeah, I wouldn't start if you don't have to start, like don't try to get into a class that's already started, because then you've missed the whole first day with the teacher, you don't know how they run everything, and they're gonna hold you responsible for whatever they say, even if you're not in the room, so.
Okay. Yeah. But I already applied and everything. I already have my student number and everything. It's just that since I had like problems and I didn't notice because I was just so concentrated on the summer. I didn't notice, and when I saw like my classes were not there, and I tried to contact Seminole a couple of times. But hopefully, like this week, we got everything we needed, so we should be good.
Well, that's great, well, congratulations again on your graduation and on starting college.
Thank you.
Good job, my dear. Thank you for your
I'm going
your
to
help.
Seminole State.
Just let me get it. It's mine.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Bye.
Bye. See you, okay.
Honey, you got something to throw in? I have my foot on the thing.
So how's the leg?
Good.
You don't waste any effort? Okay.
I was surprised to see so many chairs here tonight, but.
Yeah, well, so their camp stopped, apparently.
Joni asked
So,
me about it.
so they just left it set up the way they have it.
It's nice, you know, I was
Yeah,
surprised to fill up the room,
Oh,
right?
yeah, right.
The bookkeeper writes the check.
We got here and they were just
No.
finishing up
You know why?
with
Because
the
Wayne
work
said
that they'd
comments.
spent all day on, but they took down 2 of those trees. They trimmed all these trees along the side here.
I think it was March.
Up. So
I heard it out there.
then I was hearing about the additions
Meeting in 30 minutes.
to the building that they're doing this January.
You don't want
And then when they finish with those additions, then they're gonna redo
I'm
the
about to.
sanctuary.
Yeah, I'm about to. It's just-
I guess the whole thing is
Well,
they'll have a place to, if they
Yeah.
do the expansion, then they'll have a
You were
space
at the board
to have
meeting.
services
I had
while
promised.
they're, because they wanna do stadium
They
seating,
paid that
like they wanna have a,
credit card.
like a grade
Oh,
going
wow.
down towards the,
Well, the March
Right.
board meeting.
That'll be interesting.
raise the ceiling,
Where's the
right,
financial report?
so,
And he said.
yeah. Add lighting,
They have big plans
No,
for the
where's
place,
the
huh?
financial report?
yeah, I was
And Wayne
surprised,
said,
no one had
"Dan said
mentioned
he'd do it
that to
till
me before, but that's nice,
Well, in order for them to be doing that, they must be really growing.
it must be,
Yeah.
See,
so, that's
I
good.
might have taken it if I didn't have to do checks all the day. That's the thing that I want. I'm trying to get out of that now, so I close
Yeah,
it.
I'm trying to wrap
No,
up
yeah,
some
no,
things
this,
at work
Wayne,
before I go
Wayne
on
has an
sabbatical.
entire staff
So,
working for him. I go to the
gotta-
PO box.
You're gonna be out on sabbatical, huh?
Yeah.
I'm on the spreadsheet.
Nice.
The whole
Deposit.
semester.
Tom and Joni get checks, they enter them on a
The
spreadsheet.
second masters.
So then he deposits and
then,
email to him,
So you know what you
that'll finish
Yeah.
up in 8
and
weeks.
it goes to the bookkeeper
I'll
too,
have
so that,
November and
and
December
then,
free
checks,
completely, and I'm gonna
checks my
travel a
email.
little bit,
Yeah.
go up to
And so,
Colorado,
and
where I'm doing
bookkeeper generates them,
that degree
and
I'm
Tom
doing
signs it.
online through
And sends it
University of Northern
So,
Colorado, so I'm gonna go up
you're
to
not gonna
Northern
do it?
Colorado,
Yeah,
the
You gotta take a
graduation,
little bit of that,
see some
summarize
friends
it.
along the
Yeah,
way. The only trouble is
Hey,
it's
it's only
December,
another-
and
we're
I don't
basically-
know much about driving in the
It's
snow
over.
and ice, so I'm gonna have a new experience.
Tolerate till January.
yeah, but I can't take, I
Yeah.
can't take these little reports, I can't. you know,
What
because-
is the second,
because Susan Geller
masters get?
It's the
Fortunate
second
father
one, is,
and
it
very
doesn't get me
prominent
anything, but it's,
It doesn't get you a raise or anything?
Where's the
no,
reports?
I did get a raise for doing
Yeah, you have too.
30 credit hours past
third one in a
got
row I had to
interested
step
in,
in.
and then I
I
thought
just
I
stepped
might
in
move
on-
somewhere else. I don't know. I don't know
What's his
why I
name? What's his name?
100% tried to do
Poor
it.
Irving.
I mean, it is.
Irving was
Oh, I
like a
remember.
deer in the
It's an
headlights. What do you say?
educational
Deer in the
psychology.
headlights. He didn't know what
Okay.
he was doing.
The
These
first
are
one was
really
Well, it's
computer
useful
science.
then.
You know, so then
Yeah, I
I
mean,
have
it's
the
in my
budget and
field,
everything.
so,
You
I
know,
mean,
now this
the
is
first
for
one was
free, you
computer
know, like-
science, so, but that's okay,
I did
now I
it for a
have two
year,
of everything,
and then
now,
I did
now,
like
I guess I have to get two
Yeah,
of
so
everything,
you've
so
done a
it's
lot.
time to move on, and maybe,
Need to trade.
maybe look at the doctorate, but I don't think I wanna spend the
Well,
rest
but-
of my
but
life studying.
Remember, though, if you do a doctorate, it means
Okay, we give
you're
you
in for two of
$500
them.
for the back page.
So that's,
$300 for the
Yeah,
back page.
I have two of everything.
that's right.
I have two
And we
bachelor's
put it out
degrees and
anyway.
two master's degrees, and
They
now
never-
it's time
That's so
to,
long, you pay for the printing.
I don't know,
Yes,
So
we had no
I don't
expenses.
know,
Yep.
I
So I
don't,
think
It was
that's
a
money
movie.
maker.
I got the
I think
last
this
one
is
that we put
enough.
out there.
so,
Okay.
But that's, we
I
don't have
didn't
enough
quite,
people for what we
do the doctorate in my
Well,
life,
that's
but
our trouble.
I think when we
Who
get
knows?
to it, we'll get some.
maybe in retirement,
You don't know.
that'll be my retirement project.
I gave a seat.
Well, there are places, you can take classes for free, you have to find, some
Love the
states
service.
allow you to take
Service is
classes
nice.
for
I
free
know-
from
I know Mars
credit
loved the service.
after a certain
I
age.
enjoyed it.
Oh, really?
Here, you can do it, like, you can audit the classes.
Right.
You
He
can't
used to drive
necessarily
Princeton
become
services.
You can't get them
credit,
for credit.
but there
Oh, yeah,
are
yeah,
states
oh,
you
yeah.
can.
Way-
So I have to
Oh,
look
yeah, I
at that,
agree.
maybe I need to retire to one of those states
One time,
near the
from the
university
service,
and
I had to
just
get up and walk away,
sit there
and
and
Irving
kind
came
of-
over and hugged me and said,
Probably,
easy.
probably, I would be happier doing other fun things.
Well, as I said, we'll see.
That's
We'll see
a
this
good
summer
bet.
what's going on.
It's a good
Okay,
bet.
very good.
Any
Okay.
plans to go back to school?
We're
Yeah.
gonna go down to see where my wife lived.
No, I don't really have
Oh,
time.
you are?
You
You
know,
are?
we tried years ago to,
It went from 470 to
do
1,560.
math on
Oh,
postal
my
books.
God.
Round trip.
When the kids were young and everything
That
was
was till we, I think, December.
Well, you know what, I mean,
working and then
that's how the
Kids
economy has
trying to
recovered on the
take
tourist side.
classes at
You
night.
know,
It's
is,
just too much.
people are traveling. I mean,
Well,
to
this
get
guy,
away
I think I was-
they were throwing tons of work at me, I'm like, oh no, I don't think I wanna do it anymore.
Sure,
You got there, you get there in spring.
I don't need to do this.
We were down in Turkey Lake. My wife had to take an MRI with a special place.
Yeah.
And it was late. It was 6 o'clock. I said, I don't wanna go home.
Well-
I said, it's been like 15 years since I've been home. I said, there's a nice olive oil
Yeah.
for dinner. We go, there's nothing. So we're coming back to, I thought, she says, this place looks
It's
good.
like sleep for me, I
Montebello.
just don't understand.
We walk in, it's a Brazilian restaurant.
Walk in at the end
Huge,
of,
with
walking
nobody in
out at
except
the end
three
of work
tables.
and
We sit down, I open up the menu, and I like 2 hors d'oeuvres.
No,
First
usually
price
feeding
for
the
the
horses
cheapest dish is
first.
$45.90.
Yeah,
next to
I
it
heard you
is
guys have
91,
kind of a farm going, right?
So I pulled the
Yeah.
waiter, I said, waiter, what's this
Yeah, that's what
41.90?
he
He said, oh, you don't understand Brazil.
Wow.
Everything's
So,
for
how,
2 people.
what, do you have a lot of
That's for
animals
2
out
people.
there, or?
No,
Oh, okay.
It's a full dinner for 2 people.
we have 2 dogs and we have 2
And
horses.
the other one is
Two dogs and 2
And
horses?
now all the other
He said,
animals that are out
individual
there are
thing,
wild.
bites.
So there's a
And there
whole
was a page of
family
bites, and we had spaghetti with
of wild
sausage.
turkeys.
That's
There's all kinds of hawks and.
15, 16 bucks. You know what? We have
I
the whole
think
dinner.
yeah, lots of rabbits.
We
Well, you
only
know,
paid
just
so
like my
much food, and it
degrees,
was
you
very
know, if you have 2 dogs,
They
2
gave us
horses,
4
whatever you get, you
good
have to
sized
have 2
sirloin
of.
steaks.
well, we have 2 kids and 2 grandkids too.
There you go, okay.
Only one of him. It's good.
But 2 of you together.
It was good, and we're gonna have it again tomorrow. We didn't have it tonight. but we
Yeah,
like
so-
and sandwiches.
But,
Sandwiches and what did I make? Oh, I made,
yeah,
I
we
like to
could
make
just put coyotes out
make
there.
Italian
You see one every
steak,
once in a while.
which is
There's,
tomatoes and the cheese.
Yeah.
I mean, we know there's
And we had
foxes.
fresh tomatoes.
There's lots
Yeah, we
of
had a-
tortoise, gopher
Is
tortoise.
there? Yeah. Okay.
Say hello to
Do you
everyone.
plant a
I'll
lot
be
of your
back
own
tomorrow.
vegetables
Yep,
and
yep.
fruit?
No, we don't.
Meeting?
I
Not tomorrow,
grew
Monday.
vegetables when I was
Be
much
there.
younger.
Okay.
And
Shabbat
I just,
shalom.
Say
hello to your wife.
Yeah, I will.
I'd have to fence everything in and roof everything over
Tell the check's
to
in.
keep the
They
critters
gotta
out.
tell
Check
me
is in the mail.
Gotta tell me, Joe.
Fun.
These 2 guys are hungry.
I used to do
One's
all
from
that.
Czechoslovakia, and one's
Grew
from
up on a farm.
They go out into the woods.
Sorry about
Night, they're in the shed, and they're sleeping.
Trying to grow
Most
some,
of them are
tomatoes
Czechoslovakian.
and green peppers
Well,
and
his
I
friends,
was
so
successful
much.
in both of those, but then I realized that I was sprinkling them with
He says,
reclaimed
oh my
water
God, he
because
looks
that's
around,
what's
those
coming out of the sprinkler system.
He
And
says,
I realized, oh, that's bad.
They go out and there's a male bear and a female
Water,
bear.
so then,
So he says,
since
which
then,
one do you think? He
I
says, I
guess I've
think
been
the
too
female
busy
bear.
That becomes your,
figuring out what I
that
need to
becomes your
do,
social
so I
life, right?
big
we
circle.
went there all the time.
We
It's
went
a
to a
We
constant
went to go to Olive Garden, but I hadn't been in on international in about 15
drain.
years.
He jumps
Not
in the
bad.
middle.
I feel like I need to be
I caught up with it. It's
all
okay.
the time.
So we go in and I was
Invest so
telling
much
me, and the
emotional
menu, I looked at the menu, and mouth
into the
dropped, I said, we're
patients
going out, it's gonna cost us
to
$100
try to
bucks
get
to eat
them
dinner.
motivated
It was
to make even one
$45.90,
little change,
and then it
just a
said
little change.
$91.60. It's like,
For
well,
the
wait, I said,
lifestyle.
what, this is
Well, I hope
$41.90. He says, oh, you have to understand,
that
Brazilian, that's for two people,
when
and
you
the
come
91
here on
is for
Friday,
four
that
people.
you can.
Because it's family stuff.
Decompress, and then,
Yeah.
to
I
me,
said,
coming
okay,
home
so
from
we
work
picked
at
the
the end of the
sirloin
day
steaks
is
covered with
decompression.
sesame and garlic
So, first thing
And
I
they
do
gave
is
us these
get
crazy
something
little
called
egg
grace,
drops
sit on the floor with
that
the
had been
dogs.
breaded but not fried.
The
I think
dogs
they were
get
baked.
45 minutes
And they
to
gave
an
us
hour of
black beans and rice,
uninterrupted
huge
mommy
portions,
time.
What kind
and a
of dog?
portion of french fries,
They're
and they
both
gave us pico de
doodles.
gallo and something
Okay,
else.
I'm familiar.
And
All, and when I say
One
something
is
else,
a
each of
golden
the dishes are
retriever
for four, and
poodle.
4 steaks.
So a golden doodle,
About the
the
eighth
other's
day.
a labradoodle.
So we
They're
can only
both
eat
in
two,
the
so I have
25
a
to
complete
30 pound
half of
range.
a dinner
So
at home
bred on
for
small
tomorrow.
poodles.
Okay, yeah, so they're.
You know what?
That works.
I would go back. The food was
The
excellent.
labradoodle, the boy dog,
Well,
It's all the way, it's all the way.
everything
Well,
you'd expect of a
we may be
wag
down
is
there
a
again
football.
for another x-ray or something.
I won't say he's
We've
stupid,
been there
he's just
twice now.
goofy. He doesn't think
That's-
things through at all. He thinks
No,
with
I
his
do
heart,
mine like
and
Mary.
that's
They
fine.
know me already. I can do everything
Girl
regular. I
dog
go every
is
2-3
an
months. to
old
get it
soul in a
just
young dog
because
body.
of the cancer. So,
She's
I went to the wrong place once.
quiet,
Oh, her, don't
peaceful,
worry about it. We'll
and
take care
she
of you.
likes her
We'll fight, we'll
attention,
fix
she
you.
likes
You're
to
here all
jump
the
up
time.
and give kisses, but
That's 2
mostly,
years already.
if I look at her,
You know, I know all
she'll
the
sit
staff then by
and
then.
yeah,
tell the boy dog, what's your problem? Just sit down.
Yeah, life is
I've got a
that's good.
little tiny
given all
chihuahua.
the
Well,
shit I
you-
go through. It's great.
No, maybe you haven't, I was gonna say, you might have seen her in Zoom.
My
but you
cancer,
probably
I had
didn't.
a cancer lung institute with my doctor. She
But
doesn't
yeah,
know
she's
her
a little
patient.
chihuahua. I
She
had
only has
to,
doctors working for her.
my
She
older
tells
one
me the
died
best way she ever had.
about 2 months
Because
ago.
I listen to everything she says and I do it.
She was
And I give a
almost,
report of everything I need to give her and she
Well,
takes
she
it.
looked a good
yeah,
age.
And she says
yeah,
exactly about
and,
it.
almost a
Yes,
good
what?
What
Did
else
you
is
have
there?
her for all of
And
that?
she what?
No,
She says
I
you're
had her for the last half of
About
her life.
everything in life.
The first half
That's a
she
good way to
belonged
say
to
it.
Person
my
I've ever
friend's
met.
parents.
Okay.
And my friend's parents died.
Someday we'll talk.
So the dog was orphaned.
Oh,
My friend
poor
took
thing.
At
the dog
82, I'm very
because
happy
she
with
had
what
two
I've
of her own.
And it hasn't been
And
for
so I said,
accomplishment of money.
at that time I had never
It's
had a dog
accomplishment of
before.
how many
I
lives
had met the dog. I
Yeah,
said,
there
well,
you go.
in children.
I really like her. I've never had a dog
40 years of
before. I'm
volunteer
in an
service.
apartment, which is where I was
Running
at the time.
bunches of
not in
volunteers and
house.
steering them what
In
they
an
want.
apartment, I go to work all the time. I'm constantly gone. I said, but
nice.
if
good
you
to have
feel
fulfilling
mine would
work.
be the best home, I mean,
Well,
I would
I
like
worked
to try
for
to
the,
make a good home for
election.
her.
Yeah.
13 years.
And so she gave her
And
to
I had the
me,
machine,
and
if you put it in
I
the
sort
paper,
of jokingly
Right, you
said
went to
she
my
dropped
machine.
her off and
Because
she
I could-
gave me a dog kit.
I can give you
She
a
dropped off the dog with
Yes,
bowls,
for
leashes,
vision
the
sight
biggest bag
bad,
of food
for
I'd ever
colorblind,
seen,
I had all these options for
toys,
the machine.
you know, everything
I
that
got
you
friendly
needed
with
for a
the,
dog.
CT
She even
guy.
dropped her off with trifexis and said, give her one of these once a month and
Must
for,
be
you know,
five,
her
6 years ago, I
service.
get a call.
Because I
We
knew nothing
donate
about dogs.
a bunch
I
of
had a cat
laptops
growing
to
up.
the temple.
And
Could
I
you get them
just,
to a school?
I loved
children?
her so much.
I said, sure.
I
She's got
didn't
50,
even know what I
89
was
children.
Isn't it
missing.
nice to come
87
home at the
alive.
end of the day to that?
Cleaned each one
And
out.
she was
I found
just
a little school
terrific.
up in
She was
Sanford.
the
Yeah.
sweetest, sweetest.
Third and fourth
thing.
grade to all.
My guard dog, when I come,
Cases.
as soon as I
Yeah, and then
open the garage door, he hears
2
my
years
car
old
come
for
in,
internet.
anywhere near the
School didn't
house.
have it.
You
It's not
can
very
hear
much
him
at
shrieking.
the spectrum.
He gets
You
so
know.
wound up that he just
So, you know,
shrieks.
done ready to fight?
She would come running over
That's
to
the last thing I
Oh,
heard.
he's at the door and he's jumping, he's bouncing, he's carrying on, he's like, oh my God, settle down, just sit. Just, no, there's none of that.
I'm proud of
It's
her.
all I can do to snap the leash on him to take him out to go pee.
Very proud of her.
She's so wound. But as soon as I get back
Oh,
inside, I sit
Started
on the
talking
floor.
about dogs.
He's happy, he's on my lap, he's just.
We had trouble finding her. She had
So
geriatric doctor.
anyway,
My former one.
I adopted the other one when I moved into the house. I thought
four of them.
first one,
Yeah.
you know, would be some company, but then
Neither
right
of those
around
were
that
staff, the
time,
office
the
itself,
first
the
one
doctor itself was
got
putting
sick and ended up with some health
had to find-
problems, which I then,
This one was a GP.
you know, kept her, you know, we got her stabilized, got her on meds and all for, then she lived
of them, when they
her
died,
husband and she were divorcing,
we buried them
and
in our
she
yard,
couldn't cap where she was going, and he
where
was
my
gonna kill her.
daughter now lives.
So we ended up with a
Since I
cat
got
that was so
married,
scared it
moved
spent
in
its
with him.
entire life with us
But
on
we're
top of a
close.
bookcase.
Okay.
Come down at night, go to the bathroom,
And,
eat, drink, maybe come down during the day, we don't know it.
Property.
But spent his
We
whole life
set
on a
off a
6 foot.
big area
Wouldn't go with the other cats.
to where we
Wow.
Yeah. Her name was Tootsie.
buried the.
Yep.
Then we had Fatso.
We've got a bunch of cats buried and a couple of
When we got
dogs
the white,
and a
another
horse.
white cat, they told us we couldn't have the
You know,
white
we got a lot
cat,
of
we
property,
the black
so
cat free of charge.
sooner or later it'll all get developed.
So we took
And
this
they'll
black
start
cat,
leveling all
he
this
was a
ground,
great cat,
and it's
what
kind
was
of
he?
silly, they'll level all
He
this
was
ground
as
and
big
come
as
up
a
with
balloon.
skeletons,
Oh,
but,
wow.
you know.
So we had to say, we had, I think 8 buried in the backyard, and it's the 9th one, the last one.
God only knows all
I didn't
the
think I'd live
feral cats, because there's always
When I was
wild
young, they were
ones
talking about
around the
67,
park.
68.
Where do you live?
Yeah.
Well,
Just north of Claremont.
yeah,
Okay.
there's good and there's bad. Darling, you into cats and dogs now?
Is that Eustis area, or is it a Claremont address?
It's a Claremont
It's a Claremont
address, but
address, the
it's,
mail comes from the Claremont post office.
It's like us, we're in Seminole County, but we got an Orange County post office.
Yeah, well, we don't, our
Yeah.
post office is Claremont, but at the
we actually
moment,
have towns
we're not
between
in
us and
anything.
Claremont.
Across
So-
the street of us has been annexed by Mineola. They're trying to annex all this land that's being developed now, so they'll have the tax.
So they
base
want
on
their
it.
town.
Well,
but
Mineola is
they-
between us and Claremont.
Mineola
Oh,
stops
okay.
across the
And, but
street
we have a
from us,
Claremont
and-
address,
and
makes
all
no
of
sense.
what they,
We live in Levitt, we
Ends
live in,
across the
excuse me, Longwood, but we have an Apopka.
Yeah.
It's unincorporated Seminole County because we're not inside the city line.
right,
And post office is Apopka.
that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Although
Actually,
eventually
Apopka
we're
runs
probably
about
Mineola.
2 blocks inside our Seminole.
And I'm in Altamont
It's like
Springs,
Wilmington,
but it's in this little pocket
Oh,
where
Yeah.
you go
I
up
did
a
that for
couple
4 years.
blocks and you're in
That was a lot of
Longwood.
fun.
You go a different way, a couple blocks, and you're in
I
Orlando.
remember presidential.
You go,
I wasn't
I don't
working.
know, another couple,
First
you go
presidential,
another
you stand in the line
couple
outside the
streets
last
over and you're in
president,
Apopka.
everybody else
I'm in
It
this
was
like
7
little
o'clock.
Oh,
in
okay.
I
between
stood out there
pockets.
for an hour and a half till we cleared the
So,
line.
but
Gotta
we're-
call it something.
Yeah, it was fun.
We're in a bunker, right?
What'd you say?
You
Well,
ready
we're
to
actually
go?
in Seminole County, but
I
we're
am
about the
ready.
post office. You ready, honey?
Okay.
If we don't go, everybody's gonna stay.
going, yeah.
Hey, I used to bring in fruit Friday night to keep the people around, because after the service, everybody went home. So I brought in cookies and cakes and,
No, that's one way to do
Cookies
it.
and cakes were very good too.
That's right.
no, whatever they didn't eat, I took home.
Good to see everybody, and see y'all,
Yeah, see you.
Thank you,
next
Dan,
week.
thank you for coming.
Oh, I'll see you at the board meeting.
Shabbat shalom.
Oh, yeah, the board meeting.
Oh, so,
Is that, that's
Come on, Bob.
this
Yeah,
Monday,
no,
right?
B-O-A-R-D
Well-
or B-O-R-E-D?
the
Both,
There are
both,
certain people that BORA did.
it's both, yes.
congregation meeting until
Good night,
from
everyone.
this
week from
Monday.
Monday, yep.
So,
Okay.
yeah, I was,
Thanks for seeing you both,
I would be completing.
everybody.
Take care, Lynn.
Take care, Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Happy
shalom.
Shabbat.
But,
Oh, you got to spend the evening sitting down and,
and enjoying,
yeah,
yes,
doing,
and-
yeah.
yeah, which,
We don't often get to sit
No.
together.
So there you go, yeah.
yeah, so it's all good. It's
Okay.
all good. But I'm working on stuff. Well, I'll bring those pallet dollies in.
Okay, that'd be great,
Um,
okay.
Tomorrow, I
Okay.
guess. And we'll, you need help?
Oh, no, I'm almost finished. Okay, it's a couple little items. I go and check the doors and I'll turn off the lights.
All right. Do we need more cedering for tomorrow?
Probably not.
All right, no